history, humanity has been drawn to the unknown. Are these merely legends and folklore? Or could they be clues to mysteries we have yet to understand? Join us as we search for answers where science, history, and the supernatural meet. This is Creepy Chronicles.
Hey everyone.
Hey everyone, welcome to Creepy Chronicles episode 3, and this episode is about
Haunted Travels Anthology Volume 2.
things that we love doing. We love traveling, we love the spookiness, we like to combine them, and what better way to, come up with a guide, basically a guide, a travel companion to it's awesome.
Yeah. I use a lot of books having to do with haunted travels.
When we planned our spooky moon, our
yeah.
spooky moon, we did all these
our little research
and researches and stuff, and I wish this book would have been available then.
I know.
Actually, this is volume 2.
Mm-hmm.
So, Lauren.
Yes.
She's all excited. Let's do this.
All right.
So let's bring in the curator, SAM BALTRUSIS.
Yes.
Hey guys.
Hey, author SAM BALTRUSIS. How you doing?
Good. Yeah, the final stretches of the edits when it comes to Haunted Travels Anthology Volume 2. So it's been a little stressful, but we're getting there.
Understandable. I mean, anything that could possibly go wrong tends to happen at the last minute, and this is no small feat to do. I mean, this is, I know Volume 1's been done. Now Volume 2. I mean, again, this takes time. It takes a lot of effort and cooperation between a lot of people.
Yeah.
I'm super grateful. So we had the started off, the whole concept of it started off from a class that I teach called Ghostwriters.
Yes.
And so a lot of the members, actually Sue Jacobucci, who's one of our editorial board members, was part of that group. And you guys travel a lot. I travel a lot, and kind of like you said earlier, we want to have sort of a guide to help us know where the spooky things are. And so it was hey, let's do an anthology, and let's do one a year, and so it turned out to be a labor of love that kind of basically turned into a great book. So I'm super grateful. The editorial board has been fantastic, and I'm so happy that we're able to actually have the second book almost ready for launch this weekend.
That's amazing.
Awesome.
That's great. I mean, the cool thing about it is it's not just a travel guide. You're also getting the person's experiences, their firsthand experiences as they go through these places. So that in myself, priceless.
It is.
Yeah. And so when I've written 21 books altogether, and the sections that I always enjoy writing and enjoy reading are sort of the first person experiential experiences that we have. My book Goes to Salem. It starts off with my sort of my experiences in Salem. That's the best part of the book. And
personal.
So, that personal, I did this. And, you guys know me. I tend to stumble into some crazy shit. I will literally
no.
And so
firsthand.
So I tend to do that naturally. And so what happens is I wanted to chronicle that and put that into a book format and have everyone's perspective from a first person. Not every story is first person, but generally it is experiential and their kind of their journey at a haunted location.
Very nice.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Is there a process when it comes to going through submissions and deciding on what goes where and how? And I mean, could you explain how does this work?
So the Haunted Travels Anthology is pretty much a learning book. So the idea is for, I've done so many books, is to have this group of up and coming authors and contributors to learn the process. So that's what the editorial board is about, really. There's so many issues that if you work with a publisher, you generally write the book, take the photos, submit it to the publisher, and it's not that you're completely done because you have to go through the editing process. But with Haunted Travels Anthology, they basically work on it from the very beginning, which is coming up with the story ideas, and then reaching out to some people, and then also like kind of collecting submissions, going through all the submissions, and then and then selecting them. And this, I will tell you, this time we had so many submissions for Haunted Travels that we had to do 2 editions. So this is volume 2. The next one should be, the goal is either later this year or in 2027 to launch that one. And we're actually actively looking for submissions for that. And Haunted Travels Anthology Volume 2 is focusing specifically on haunted places. The first one was more like kind of like, it could have been haunted. It could have been haunted anything, like haunted cities. This one's more specific locations.
Okay.
And like you said, you're still looking for submissions for volume 3. What exactly? I mean, what are you looking for?
Yeah.
Is there like a
theme?
A category?
Yeah. So geographic diversity is the big one, and I love that you guys have California because we have a lot of like New England. And then we have like Virginia and like East Coast, but we needed definitely more representation on the West Coast. So having the 2 submissions, you had Alcatraz for volume 1, and volume 2 is the Queen Mary, which I love the story. It was fantastic. But yeah, so geographic diversity is the big one. The second one, so the theme would be the continuation of haunted places, but I'm looking for just sort of like an underlying theme too. And I'm looking for like witchy stories for the third one because it's going to hopefully come out around around the Halloween. So witchy stories, if there's like a witchy undercurrent. This one, if we had a theme to it, it would be the Lady in White. There was a lot of Lady in Whites, or even like the gray ghost, which is the colorful ghost. And so I felt like that was sort of like the underlying theme of this one. And the next one is I'm hoping to be a little witchy, but we let the submissions sort of kind of curate themselves. So whatever we get, we kind of put it together and make a cohesive whole.
Okay. Is there a deadline for anyone that wants to submit for volume 3?
Yes, so the deadline is September 1st for volume 3. However, depending on when we launch, it may be pushed a little bit more to allow for more submissions. So the process, I'll be honest with you, can be like herding cats, but I love the cats, so and the finished product is beautiful, so I'm happy.
Right.
Yeah, it's no easy task to do something on your. I mean, it's
just with us writing.
It's crazy. You've got different versions and different this and this. You add 3 extra pages and it changes the width of the spine. So now the artwork's got to change, and it's just it just keeps going and going and going. It's like, now I know why people have publishers and people that do this for them.
Yeah,
but it's great that like this anthology is helping people to do this. They're helping to learn how to do this on their own. I mean, that's no small task.
No, it's not.
Yeah, that's always been my objective for this book, and I will say that they have learned a lot. I mean, like they're learning the process and the sort of the tedious part of it, like you just said. Like but we're dealing with now the book is huge. It's like almost like 200 pages, and it was supposed to be 113 pages.
Yeah, and that changes everything.
It does, and so we're like, okay, can we take stories out? Like what? So we're not gonna take stories out. The idea is to maybe make the font a little smaller, little things like that come up in the production process.
Oh, that's great.
I know volume 1 looks phenomenal. It's written incredibly. It's great. It's on Amazon. It's got some crazy good reviews on it. I mean, some great reviews. So go on there, Haunted Anthologies. It's amazing. Can't say enough about it.
No, we can't. And not because we're in it. It's just it's got really good stories. And like you said, from a first person perspective.
But the cool thing with this operation is the fact that like even though we have a story in it, we don't know the stories that the others have written.
Right.
So it's all like a surprise. Like when we get it, it's like, oh my, it's nonstop just going through it. It's like, wow, this is amazing. And it's fantastic.
Can't wait.
So do you have a story in it, Sam?
I do. So that's sort of what happens. So like we get the submissions, and my job is to sort of make it cohesive.
Yeah.
So I try my best to plug in the spots that need help. And like so this edition, and also it works as a preview of books that I'm currently working on. So for example, I have a book, Haunted Castles of New England, coming out in August. And I have my other book, Lizzie Borden and the Family Curse, coming out in October. So I have those two books. And then so two of the stories are actually stories that didn't make my Haunted Castles book. So I did one on Belcourt, or it's a tweaked version of it. So it's Belcourt of Newport is one of my stories. I also took a story that I wrote for my Ghost of Sleepy Hollow and made it kind of work for Haunted Travels Anthology. So there's a lot of, and Gillette Castle. So Gillette Castle is another location that is in my book, but I also had a lot of first-person experiences in Gillette Castle that I wanted to turn into like a more of a first-person haunted travel story. So it gives me the opportunity to because when I write my books for History Press and Arcadia, it has to be pretty much like take myself out of it, and so this gives me the opportunity to put myself into the story.
That's cool.
Oh yeah,
and Gillette is an amazing place.
Yeah, we only were able to go and see it from the outside, but I had never been before, and just the energy.
I had been as a child because we used to do field trips out there as kids in like 3rd grade, so it was really cool. But yeah, Lauren just went like 2 years ago for the first time.
Yeah,
and it was pretty cool, right?
I think it was last year.
Yeah,
actually.
It was interesting.
But yeah, it was the energies.
It's unique.
You can feel the energies.
And I think that you're quoted in this story. I believe that you are, because I reached out to Danny. Yeah, because I was like, Danny, like, how was Gillette Castle? And you're like, Lauren picked up a lot of energy. I forget what's in the actual story, but I did get your perspective, Danny, for the book and for the story.
That's cool.
Oh. Nice.
In the book.
Right. Hey, they're from Connecticut too. Just reading some of the comments. That's cool.
Oh, nice.
Awesome. Let's see. What do you want to do next, Lauren?
Do you want to bring some of the
Sure. Who do you want to bring in, Lauren?
We could bring in Sue and Angela.
Hey, Sue. Hey, Angela.
Hey, Angela.
How's it going?
Everything's good.
All right. You still have power at the moment?
So far, so good. My fingers are crossed. I mean, we could lose power at any moment, but
same here.
Hanging in there.
So I have to say that these two here are original Ghostwriters members. So they were with me from the very beginning. They've seen the iterations, the good times and the bad times, and they stuck by my side. And so I'm super grateful for Angela and Sue for being there.
Awesome.
Definitely. Yes. I mean, Ghostwriters was a great thing to come up with. I mean, that in Spirit Squad. I mean, geez.
I was like, fantastic. We got some original Spirit Squad members here too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we both are.
Yeah. We're originals.
Everybody on the screen right now are originals.
Yes. That's true.
Yeah. You can't get rid of us, Sam.
And I would not be here without you two and the others that were part of the group. I do this for you, and watching you both kind of grow. Like Angela, when she first started Ghostwriters, she's now a published author. Yeah. And so like you've written 2 books, possibly a 3rd on the way. And it happened while she was in Ghostwriter in the class. Like she was Sam, I just got this email from this publisher wanting me to write a book. And I'm like, okay. So by putting it out in the universe, it actually came back. Yes. So I'm I love watching both of them grow. And Sue's been published in The Feminine Macabre, has been really taken off with her writing. And so I love seeing people have the passion and then watching it actually come into to reality.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, and seriously, Sam, take credit to this. You've helped these flowers bloom. I mean, seriously, you've done it with all of us. I mean, it's
you're
amazing.
You're our mentor.
Yeah.
and I'm sorry, I'm gonna like that is like that's my purpose really. My purpose is not to be on television or to be famous. My purpose is to help others to achieve their goals and in the paranormal realm. And so like this is my way of kind of giving back to what was given to me, because really I wouldn't be here without other people as well. And so it's sort of like my time to give back.
That's awesome. And that's how it should be.
Yeah.
I know for myself personally, I mean, I've learned so much just with the ghostwriters and with Sam's help. I mean, I wouldn't know the slightest thing about how to contact a publisher, publishing house, and, the whole editing process and everything that goes with it. I mean, Sam has just been amazing and, fun to work with, a joy to work with. And Sam, your patience. Oh my God, you have the patience of a saint with us. I mean, I know we sent you through a lot of hoops, but thank you for being so patient.
Well, except for today, I will say this. I had a little breakdown today.
What
but
happened?
It's a day before published. And when Facebook went down, I was just like, what am I going to do? Because it was our primary form of communication. And it went down for 15 minutes. And still like that 15 minutes was enough for me to kind of fully break down.
It was a long 15 minutes.
It was very long.
Yeah.
I felt it. I felt it on my end. I was like, oh my God, none of us can get on. I didn't dare contact you because I felt the meltdown. I felt it.
I think my message was, I'm at work. I'll look at it tonight.
Perfect.
Sorry.
So it's like that, and that's part of the process. And really, the goal is to kind of figure out what's going to be your problem later. But sometimes you can't figure them out. Like the issue for this one is it's too big right now. So then the idea was, hey, you could pull my story. But we're already to the point now where we've marketed the stories that are included. And so the whole thing is it's a balancing act and what works and what doesn't work. But we also, I mean, we could, but the goal is to have it launched tomorrow. And as you said, you've seen sort of the proofs and they look great. And
it looks amazing.
So yeah, so we'll see how it goes.
It's always an adventure. It's always something. I mean, Lauren knows when she sees me, she just
goes
the other way, and she's like, "I'll let him deal with it." It's no easy task. I mean,
no, he's not. Usually, it's around convention season.
Yeah,
he gets a little.
I get a little. Yeah, it's crazy.
And I just walk away.
For me, as you guys know, Mass Paracon, when I do Mass Paracon, I'm literally like a chicken with a head cut off. And that's coming up again this year. And I'm already pretty stressed out about Mass Paracon. But I would tell you, so as I've done more and more of these events and done more and more of these books, the stress is less because you realize it doesn't help you. You have to kind of remain calm and try to just push through the issues. Because truthfully, if you're not, what's the point of doing it if you don't enjoy it? And so the goal is really to don't stress. Even with this book, I gave us a window of by June. So it doesn't have to launch tomorrow. For whatever reason, it can launch in a week, as long as it looks the way that we want it to look. And the finished product to be the quality that we're known for.
Hey, we've got a book that we were supposed to release 2 years ago, and we still keep putting it back and putting it back. Oh, we can rearrange this chapter. Oh no, this new happened. Let's add this and take that. Yeah, sorry, that's me. And it was supposed to be out 2 years ago, and we're still working on it and chugging away at it and changing it. And the manuscript is basically done, but it's not the way we like it. But yeah, it happens. So yeah.
Should we bring on some other people?
Well, let's see. We'll find out what they wrote about. Sue, what did you write? What was your topic in the book?
So I wrote about Four Paws Restaurant in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Okay.
And I had been dying to get into this restaurant for I don't know how many years. We go to Minnesota a lot. My husband's from there. And it had been closed and you couldn't get a reservation at one point. So finally it reopened. And we went in. It's a beautiful place. It's an Italian mansion. And just the vibes of it, I don't know. If you look at it, it looks pretty spooky, but it does have a haunted, story behind it. It's the owner, the person who built it, was having a relationship, according to ghost lore, with one of his servants. And the affair went horribly wrong. And, I won't spoil everything in the story, but basically their spirits are said to haunt the place. And we actually went in there. We had our meal there last August, and it was just the best meal in St. Paul. So if you're in the area, definitely go to Four Paws. You will not be disappointed. And while we're in there, we had an experience. So it was just wow. And that just piqued my curiosity, and I started diving into the research, and I ended up meeting with the interim general manager. We became pen pals, and I took a trip back out in November, and I had dinner with her, and also one of the other authors who has a story in Haunted Travels, who has investigated there many times, and just fascinated listening to their stories about all their investigations and just everything there. And it's just an amazing place. So if you're ever in St. Paul, definitely go there.
It looks like a huge place. I mean, can you also stay there overnight, or is it just a restaurant?
No, it's all carved up into like intimate dining rooms. Some of them are larger. So there's a bar on the first floor. There's a couple of sitting rooms, and then most of the dining rooms are on the second and third floor. And you can, request different rooms and things like that. And on the third floor, there's like an amazing, you have a nice view of the St. Paul, the skyline. So it's pretty nice.
That's really interesting. Jeez.
Yeah.
That's on the list.
That's right.
On the list. Don't even make a list. We'll just use the book.
Yeah, we'll just use the book.
I just want to add though, so when Sue first, the idea kind of first started, Sue was like, I was at Four Paws, and I was sitting there, and I heard a disembodied voice, and the voice was like, "What did you do?" And so it started from just like a kind of casual conversation, and I'm like, "That's it, like that's the story." So Sue went back several times after. So it started from just like one experience, and she kept going back and getting more and more information.
That's what we got to do. We got to go back.
Yeah, we got to.
And I'm actually going to go back in August, but
you're quite the traveler.
But the story's written.
Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah, but you may get something added onto it.
Exactly.
Hey, kitty cat behind you.
I know. Little Mitty.
Cool. So, Angela, how about you? I mean, what was your story?
I actually have two in this volume. The first one is Katie's of Smithtown, and it's a haunted bar, affectionately known to everybody on Long Island as Katie's. It has a very strong background history. This is the inside of the bar, and this is where a lot of strange activity takes place. Just to give you a little background, the bar years back in 1905 was the Trainer Hotel that went on fire. Oh, wow. And they're not sure how many people actually perished in the fire. But ever since then, it just seems to have activity for everybody who takes on this location. And in Katie's, if you go to the basement, there's a divider line on the floor that has the original spot of the original location of the foundation from the Trainer Hotel.
Holy cow.
Oh, wow.
So we often think that maybe that has a lot to do with the activity that takes place in the bar. In the bar itself, if you look in the back by the cash register and you look up where the wine rack is, those wine glasses are like at an angle, but what happens is they're like lifted and they get flung out of the wine holder and just smashed to the ground. I mean, we've witnessed it personally.
Holy cow.
I mean, they just can't slide out on their own. They have to have like a little lift and push to them. Yeah. Also behind the bar is the soda jerks when they make your drinks.
Yeah.
Those were reportedly seen coming out of the holders all by themselves. And Brian Karpinen, who actually owns Katie's, he put up a bunch of videos, so you can catch them on YouTube and probably in the history section of the Katie's of Smithtown website, where you can actually see the security footage of them being lifted out.
Oh, wow.
When we were there for an investigation, and we've been investigating there for 20 years, So it's like a second home for us. I mean, we love Brian. He's been always so good to us. He just lets us come whenever we like. But on one of our very first visits there, two strange things happened in particular. One was I was taking photographs of the basement area around the dividing line. And if you look up, there's a mirror along the back wall. Mm-hmm. So I was just taking random pictures, and I have a habit where I just love to take pictures in looking into a mirror because I always seem to capture something. On this occasion, I captured a little boy holding on to one of the beams in the basement.
Oh, wow.
And it's a fuzzy picture, but you can make out the boy, and he almost looks like he's wearing knickers, and he's hugging the pole in the basement.
Oh, wow.
The other thing we had was we had EMF meters on the bar. Mm-hmm. There's a bar downstairs as well. And the bar, it kept pulsing 12, 12, 12. Then it would stop. Then it would do 5. Then it would pulse 9 times. Then stop for a few minutes, then go back to 12, go back to 9, go back to 5. And we couldn't figure out what was going on because there is an ice machine there. And some of the equipment will go off from the automatic ice machine. You know, we knew that. But this was very specific. And we realized it was the date of the fire of the Trainer Hotel.
Oh, wow.
12/5/09.
Holy cow, that's amazing.
Yeah, so this place has a lot going on in it. I won't say any more so because the rest will be in the book, but it's a fascinating place.
You also did the Chelsea as well, right?
Yeah, I did the Chelsea, Hotel Chelsea in New York City. And that place has a vibe all its own.
It does.
It was well known as the hotel for musicians, writers, actors, performers, you name it. Blondie stayed there. I think Jimi Hendrix, everybody stayed there. And that was also the scene of the Sid Vicious, Nancy Spungen murder. And you can see the hallways there. This hallway is actually the basement of the hotel, where everybody that I interviewed in the staff said the basement is probably one of the heaviest spots in the whole entire hotel.
Oh, you can feel it.
You can.
Yeah, just by looking at it. I mean, you can just feel the vibe. And we couldn't go too much into it because they were opening up a brand new restaurant down there. But the staff says, especially in the kitchen behind those doors there, they said, a lot of stuff takes place back there that the staff has experienced. Things flying off the shelves, things breaking, footsteps, disembodied voices. I mean, they've seen it all. So
yeah, I mean, that place is full of tragedy and history. So it's the energies are there.
Yeah, and they completely renovated right around the time of I think they completed right around the time of COVID, or just about completed. So the activity, I'm sure, has kicked up. I mean, I had a personal experience there as well. So it's a pretty wild place. And if you're ever in Manhattan and New York City to visit, I mean, even to go for a drink, or they even serve milk and cookies in one of the bars. So if you don't drink milk and cookies,
that's
all
different.
Right. Yeah, we need to go. I would feel much better going to that place than the Cecil Hotel.
I agree with you on that one.
She wouldn't go in the Cecil. It was we were there though. We were at the front door, but yeah, it's a rough neighborhood. It's a rough neighborhood.
I just want to add, the theme is the Lady in White is in multiple stories, but there's also fires as well. Pretty much, like I would say, like half the locations featured in the book had pretty horrific fires that happened at the location. So the Katie's Bar is another example, and there's also kind of like recurring echoes, like the broken glass. Like I've noticed if I've written about a location that had a fire in the past, if you hear what sounds like broken glass, that's sort of like a indicator that there was a potential fire in the past. And and that's something that I've seen over and over again as a clairvoyant. So it's like if you're hearing glass, like, oh, that there was a fire. So that's another odd thing, like odd fact that I use to tell, that's an indicator that there was a potential fire there before.
Oh, that's a great indicator. That's something, if you're listening, everyone out there, keep that in mind when you're going to these places, various other places. I mean, that's great.
And certain things, like as the clairvoyant who also writes about locations, certain clues will let you like, oh, this happened here. So if I feel like a jab in my stomach, it could be like someone was pregnant, or or like phantom, like phantom footsteps could mean like soldiers. Like there's different indicators when it comes to or haunted echoes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Mm.
So should we bring in
Yeah,
Kelly and Jen?
Kelly and Jen in the back. Hey guys.
Hello, Kelly.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Great.
So, Jen and Kelly, tell us a little bit about your stories that you have in this book.
Well, I think mine is one of the only ones that isn't based around a tragedy. It's more of a love story. And I went to Ventfort Hall here in the Berkshires in Western Massachusetts.
Okay.
And it was built by Sarah and George Morgan. And Sarah's the younger sister of J.P. Morgan.
Oh,
and
wow.
it was... And her husband is her like 9th cousin. So they met and fell in love in England, married, had a family. And then in 1890, Sarah's father died in a tragic accident. That's where the tragedy comes. And she inherits $3 million, which is $107 million in today's money.
Wow.
They build this beautiful cottage, as they called it back in the day, because the Berkshires is inland Newport at this time for rich people from New York City. They go to Newport, then they come to the Berkshires, then they go to like Sag Harbor. It's the circuit that they do. This beautiful house has 28 rooms. It's on an enormous estate with these beautiful gardens. Sarah dies 3 years after it's built, and George stays there for the next 18 years.
Oh, wow.
And they say he never left because his spirit is still there. And this is an example of a place where I had to pick a story, Sam told me, because this house has lived many, many lives. It has been a dormitory for a famous music place here in the Berkshires. It's had a Vanderbilt that's lived at it, and her husband died on the Lusitania. And there was even a religious cult that owned it at one time. And then this house falls in disrepair. You could, at one point, you could stand and see through the roof and down to the basement.
Oh my God.
And it's saved, and it's a house museum that's still being resurrected in different parts. But I chose to focus on George because George is touching people who just come for tours of this house any time of day. He touches them on the head. You can smell a cigar smoke. I've smelt the cigar smoke. I've smelt flowers in different rooms, which they say is Sarah. And then his presence, like people have seen him standing on a stairwell. People have seen him in the backyard. You know, and the director of programming happens to be a psychic medium. So she sees him very regularly, and I go there a lot because I belong to their tarot club.
Oh,
and
cool.
They fully embrace this, that there are many people there. And they refer to it as kind of like a train stop. They believe there's some kind of vortex there, and people come in and out.
Oh, wow.
And use
so
it
like
as a place.
Travelers.
Yes, because like they have a dedicated paranormal investigator, and they have caught many voices that are not associated with the mansion or its many histories, and they come in and out as they please.
Wow.
So, and they know that J.P. Morgan had his own astrologer. They believe George belonged to one of the secret societies, that he was a spiritualist. His lawyer was one of the people who's known to have written a certain book at the time that gave a whole bunch of laws. I think it's like, I can't remember the name. I'm sorry. The Hermetic Society of the Golden Dawn.
Golden Dawn, yeah. Yep.
Yes.
Just ask Danny, he would know.
his lawyer wrote the book for them.
No way.
Oh,
That's
wow.
wild.
Yeah.
That's a good book, too.
So there have been people who have seen shadow figures in a certain room that was like the billiard room, where they believe that there were special meetings held there. So they think that's one of the reasons why this house has a lot of power behind it, with so many people crossing in and out. But the story about George is just, he loved this house. He had this amazing garden there, and I don't think he ever wanted to leave. They entertained in this house, and now they're holding these grand balls there and proms there. And I think he's just hanging out, having a good time.
Yeah, I would too.
That's awesome. I would have loved to have my prom or something like that there.
Jeez, right? Wow.
That's awesome.
Wild.
Another place we have to check out.
Yeah, well,
that's not far.
Like I said, the book is our checklist.
I know.
It's simple as that.
So Jennifer mentioned the idea of like that that's the only location that didn't have a negative backstory, but there's other locations too. I try to focus on happy hauntings as well. It doesn't have to be a tragedy to make a story, but I will say Jennifer really did focus on the positive, and we had several beta readers kind of go through the book, and it's kind of refreshing to with Jennifer's story that it's not about a tragedy, and I'm like,
it definitely is. Yeah.
And not all hauntings are negative. Like I call them happy hauntings.
Yeah, it gives it a nice balance.
Exactly.
Yeah. Kelly.
Yeah.
Tell us your story.
Okay. So you'll have to come to Chicago to go to the place that my story is about.
Okay.
It is about a cemetery south of about 20 miles or 20 minutes south of Chicago called Bachelor's Grove. Now, it's pretty famous here. Not everybody here knows about it, but let's just say it's perfect for a travel book, because every time I went for this, for research for this book, there were people from all over. And the last time I went, there was a group from Canada that heard about Bachelor's Grove. So they flew in and they had to go to Bachelor's Grove. So this is a cemetery that I avoided my entire life. A lot of people go, they know about it because they went during their high school or young adult years in the middle of the night and would get chased out by the police because you're not allowed to go after sunset. And it's also, it has a pretty sad and bad backstory. I mean, there are so many stories that it was closed a while ago. And then the Forest Preserve took over and gated it off, so nobody can, pretty much you're not allowed to go there. They've rerouted the road, so there's like this little close sign just like dangling across the path. And what do you do if you want to build a ghost story? Close the place off and tell people that they're not allowed to go back there, right?
Perfect setup.
So yeah, so over the years, just a whole bunch of things happened. People have stories about seeing a house, not one person seeing this one house and another person seeing a different house, but people with different accounts about the same house that appears. And then as you go nearer to it, it disappears.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, but my part of my story is about a famous photograph that was taken about was it the mid-90s of a lady in white sitting on a tombstone. So I had the pleasure to actually interview the person that took that picture.
No way.
Got the whole backstory. I mean, it was her first investigation on a paranormal team in the area called Ghost Research Society that's still around today. It was her first investigation, and they did a group investigation, and Dale Kazmarek, the president of GRS, had people follow a pretty strict procedure, going one at a time and writing, had a map, and everybody had the map and a transparent overlay, and they would mark down everything that they felt in certain areas so they can like put them all together and see if there are any hot spots that people picked up on. Oh, so, so Dale had this group investigation, and Judy Huff Vondersmith, at the time her name was Judy Feltz Vondersmith, brought a point and shoot camera and had it actually loaded with IR film, which I never heard about, but I guess you can get that in 35 millimeter. And yeah, so she got this picture, and you could probably search Lady in White or Madonna of Bachelor's Grove, and it'll pop up like immediately with a whole bunch of backstories about it.
Well, that's what I'm going to be doing after.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to look it up.
Yeah. So I did get over my fear of going to Bachelor's Grove, obviously, because the first time I ever went was in 2021 when I went with Dale Kazmarek, actually. And it was great because he showed me everything they did that day, walked me around, and he's like, this is the angle that she got the picture from. And, you know, it was pretty neat. So, but now I go there quite often. So we just want to keep going back.
Yeah. And I want to add to this. So I grew up in Chicago and Florida, and my parents divorced. That's why. But Bachelor's Grove is actually really close to my childhood home. And
really?
So when Kelly mentioned the photo and mentioned the location, I was like, absolutely. And the story was pretty much every story. Well, not every story, but a lot of the stories have something like a tie to me as well, including Vinford Hall. I've been there multiple times, and I love the spirits there. With Hotel Chelsea, the Chelsea Hotel. I actually I worked for MTV VH1, and the first like television show that I pitched was on the Chelsea Hotel. And so it was on the Sid and Nancy, and it was called Rocker Haunts. It was a TV show that I pitched to the network. And so these stories have have a lot of meaning to me as well. But also like the Bachelor's Grove, out of all the stories, that photo to me is like the most iconic photo that I can remember from my early, from my teens.
Oh wow.
Not to age me or anything.
So with the MTV, did that actually become a thing? I mean,
yeah. So we did the initial. So I pitched it, and then they're like, "Oh, we have something similar," which happens all the time. Basically, they steal your idea.
Yeah.
And so they did do something. I'm not sure if it ever became a TV show, but I did all the research, and the show was called Rocker Haunts. So locations that were haunted by rockers like Sid and Nancy, and but that was the pilot episode.
That's cool.
You got to find that. Try.
And that was years ago. So
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Good luck trying to find something.
Yeah.
I mean, we have cartoons from like the 1930s, so I'm pretty sure he could probably find it.
Probably. So, Lauren.
Yes.
Tell us about your part of the chapter.
Oh, okay. So, Danny and I got married in 2020, right at the beginning of COVID. So we weren't actually able to take a honeymoon because we both work in the medical field. Fast forward 4 years.
Yeah.
And we take a spooky moon. And we went to California, and we did, like in volume 1, we went to Alcatraz.
Yep.
And in volume 2, we were on the Queen Mary.
Yeah, we did not expect to sleep over there that night.
No.
We were going for a tour, and before we got there, they're like, "Hey, for $80 you can have a room." We're like, you got to be kidding me! So we're like, what better way to get an experience? I know we already have a hotel booked for that night, but hell with that. Let's, we don't, this is a chance.
Yeah. How many times can you actually just go and stay?
And we asked, so what are the restrictions to stay in there? They're like, if a door is locked, you can't go in it. But if it's unlocked, you have free reign of the ship. Just go wherever you want. We're like,
yeah.
Really?
So one of the areas that we went to was the Veranda Grill, which is the front of the back of the ship, excuse me. Yep. And it's where the elite of the elite would go to have dinner.
The 1%ers, yeah.
And so we took the tour, and we're in there, and our young tour guide is telling us the stories and everything. And as she's talking about they've seen a portly gentleman in a top hat walking around, I kind of tilt the head a little bit, and Danny's watching me, and he says, "Oh God, what did you say?"
She saw something, but we're not going to say who it is because we're going to leave that for the book.
Mm-hmm. And I actually saw that exact gentleman walk in front of me tip his hat, and then walk into the wall.
And the tour guide that was there, because we had a tour guide for this part of this, because the ship you had to, otherwise you couldn't go in, and was like, they saw you saw what? Okay,
yeah,
they knew instantly.
Yeah.
They're like, okay,
yeah.
So yeah.
And when we took the tour, there was a bunch of people that were very wet behind the ears. They were just kind of there.
It was a paranormal tour, but at the same time, it was, we were the only people that were in the paranormal.
Yeah.
So they were just going for a spooky tourist thing.
Right.
It was why not?
Okay, so you guys are all into the same stuff as us. If you went in to the pool room
in the Queen Mary,
on the Queen Mary,
which is known to be
haunted, and they say to you, well, if you talk to her, if you finish a nursery rhyme, if you start a nursery rhyme, she'll answer back.
What was her name? Do you remember?
Jackie.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, nobody's saying anything.
They're all just looking into the
crickets.
pool. And then all of a sudden, Lauren starts doing this nursery rhyme. And you look around and you see everyone freaking out. They're like,
why is she talking to us?
They're starting to yell, why is she saying that? Why is she doing that? Oh my God, she's trying to get them to talk to us. And we're like, isn't that why we're here? We're here to get some kind of a communication thing going on. Yep. Nothing happened, but a couple people left after that.
Well, no, actually, it wasn't after that. It was after the fire hose door opened down in the bay. Door 13. We were by door 13, the sliding doors where the fire person got killed.
Yeah.
And the door to the fire hose behind us opened up, and we just watched like 6 people book.
Gone, and they were nowhere to be found. They would just call it a day.
Yeah.
But that was a great night. I got absolutely no sleep that night because I was exploring the ship the entire night. I mean, I may never get to go back. So, with all these locations,
we're going back.
But with all these locations, now is the time that you're there. So it's like, amazing.
We have a few cemeteries we still have to hit. So
we've got a few everything's there.
Yeah. But so I have a few quick questions.
All right.
For all of you guys.
Go right around the room.
Right around. What is it about travel that makes ghost stories hit differently? Is it because we're out of our comfort zone?
So for me personally, I feel like that if I go to a location, I tend to always have like a paranormal experience. And so for me, it's the journey, and it's sort of like not expecting something to happen, but if it does, then chronicle it. And for me, as you guys know, I travel all the time. I just went to Los Angeles recently, and then I did not go to the Queen Mary, even though it's fairly close, because I want to save it I want to actually go for a couple of days and really dedicate my time there. But I'm assuming if I did, I probably would have had experiences there. So I do think that for me traveling, I like to travel, period. And if there's ghostly stuff that happens along the way, and of course I go to the most haunted locations in the country, so things are going to happen. But for me, it's about the journey and sort of stuff that comes up along the way. And it doesn't have to be ghosts. It could be other things that kind of pop up, like weird occurrences, like a light bulb blowing out, or so it could be other weird things that happen too.
Yeah, for me personally, it's meeting up with the people who it's a normal thing for them. They're there all the time. We were there. It was 4 a.m. and this guy Bill, he starts painting the deck and everything, and he's painting and he just starts talking to me, and we're talking about his experiences and the people that have left and all this crazy stuff. And it's like, this is a guy who's spent 20-something years on that ship. He knows it inside and out because he maintains it. And those are the little stories that I cherish.
And with this book especially, it's paranormal journalism. So the idea was that every person that contributed interviewed people. So and I do that because I was a journalist for 20 years. So that's something that I do naturally. But the thing is, a lot of people actually that are contributed to the book also did the research and interview people as well. And Jennifer, of course, is an award-winning journalist as well. So she, of course, was a natural fit for the book, but others that have not had that experience, this was a great learning experience for them to go and talk to the people at the location.
Yeah, definitely. Cool.
Definitely.
Same question to Sue?
Yes.
Sorry.
Puppy. So for me, I like to travel. And you can see, like, I post a lot of pictures of our travels, but I always try to like plan a place to investigate or to visit. Like, so wherever we go, if there's anything spooky in that area, I say to my husband, Nathan, you know, such and such place is only 50 miles out of the way. What if we, you know, make reservations there or hit it on the way back? So we try to, you know, incorporate that. And it's just for me, like just going to these places that I've never been before. It's kind of like the thrill of, you know, something could happen, something might not happen. And just the whole point of going inside these old historic properties, these mansions, these restaurants, these, you know, boarding houses, just, you know, it kind of brings you back in time. It might not even need to be haunted. It just brings you back. Like you can travel to a time, you know, that you only can read about. So it's kind of like a lived experience for me. And I just really get into it. And then after I visit, I then, you know, go down the rabbit hole and do all kinds of research on it, whether I have time or not. That's the best part.
Definitely. Yeah, and it's like you said, when you're there, you can feel. It's almost like you can feel the past, the memories that are there, and like, wow, what was it like?
Yeah, it helps you. It helps you see it. You know.
Yeah. We're the same way, like you and Nathan. We love history, so we love to incorporate that in any way we can.
We'll go those 50 miles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
All right. How about you, Angela?
I have to agree with you guys. I mean, the historical locations are, you know, they're right up there. I mean, we love going to any historical location we can get into. And if it has a haunted history to it, it's even better. But it doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, have a haunted label to it. I mean, we try to check out as many historical locations that we can whenever we travel. And you never know what you're going to get. I mean, you might pick up something. I mean, if you just have a recorder in your pocket, you know, you could be the first one to pick up something at some of these locations. But you know, it's going to someplace new, something that you've heard about so often, and then being able to walk in there and feel that experience like someone did 200 years before you did. You know, there's something to that. And then just hearing other people's stories on the living space and their personal experiences, it just all adds up, and it just makes such a great experience.
You know, and then you get the bonus of going to a place that has to deal with Rockefellers and Vanderbilts, and you end up being able to hold Abraham Lincoln's glasses.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was so awesome.
And those are the unexpected things that happen when you visit these places. You know, who would have thought that, you know, you would have been touching Abraham Lincoln's glasses just if we had not gone.
It's just amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
These places are incredible.
We have to keep them. We have to keep them alive for other generations.
Without a doubt. Yes. Keep the history alive.
Exactly. How about you, Jen?
Oh, wow. So I kind of fell into the paranormal because of journalism. And then I discovered this really great community of people that I really love. And I think the first time I met Sam was at a Paracon. I had talked to him, but he held one out here, and I brought my daughter with me, and it was an activity. My daughter and I would go ghost hunting at different locations. Like we took a family trip to Gettysburg, and my daughter and I went out on a ghost hunt one night. So it was a great way to bond with her too. And and introduce her to people who had beliefs or experiences similar to her. she sees auras. So like she figured out that she saw auras because we were on a trip and we listened to someone talk about it. And she goes, "Oh, I do that." And so, really?
Just in case you didn't know, I do that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I do that. And I was like, "What do you mean you do that?" But I love to travel. I love to go to historic places. It's a bonus if there's a Paracon or a ghost hunting experience tied in. And really, the community of people is so great, whether you're going to one in Connecticut or one in Massachusetts. I've been to them all around New England. Like, I'm hoping to go somewhere. I've mainly ghost hunted in New England and the Northeast. I'm hoping to go somewhere else in the future now that my children are grown. Mom can take off.
Yeah.
But so you can still take her with you.
Yeah, but I had a great experience when we went to the S.K. Pierce house. Like that was
awesome.
A new experience for me to travel like that. So that was great. It's just
that was interesting.
But I really love the people I meet at different events.
Yeah, it's a good time. And like you said, like you get the younger people into it and they're like, you know, they're interested in the paranormal. They like the spooky stuff anyway, but then they don't even realize they're starting to dig into the history. They're starting, they want to know more. It lures you in. And before you know it, they're like rattling off these, you know, these facts and figures and stuff like that. And it's like, you learned something.
Well, it's like one of the places that I took my daughter, Carissa, when she was younger is to Lake George, where I used to go as a kid. And we, you know, donned on our equipment and everything. We did the ghost hunt at Fort William Henry. And she loved it. And we got in there and we did all the little things. And because we had our fancy little shirt on and everything, we got up to different areas where they didn't let other people in. And we actually got some pretty impressive stuff. So,
yeah, she was a kid then, right?
Yeah, she was maybe 16.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but I try to incorporate when we did vacations growing up. I did try to incorporate history and stuff into wherever we went. So
it's all around us.
Gotta teach them.
And guys, that would be a great location for Volume 3. Lake George. I would love that. Like, yeah. So just an idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
All right. Kelly.
Yes, Kelly.
Okay. I forgot the question, but I have the gist.
That's okay. I forgot it too. What was it,
Lauren? Because of our comfort zone, do you think ghost stories hit different?
Oh, traveling. Yep. So for me, I think everybody has a story. I'm just amazed. And I'll mention on purpose, I'll say, I'm a paranormal investigator just to see what I get back. And then so many people share their individual experiences. So no matter where you go, whether it's like an hour drive to a cemetery or to a different state, I think the friendships that you meet, that you develop along the way are really special. I love everybody that I've met over the years. I've had such great times with people. You have memories that you'll never forget, and you don't forget the people. But those stories, those little stories that you could bring back are fascinating. In this book, I think it's a great testament to these stories that we collect along the way.
Awesome.
Definitely. And the great thing is the book Volume 3. And then I'm sure there'll be a Volume 4, and it's just going to keep growing. I mean, there's just amazing, you know. I'm sure it's going to go overseas.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know.
And that is the plan. So you nailed it. Like Volume 4 is hopefully international, but Volume 3 we're still collecting submissions for that as well. We're also looking for something that we haven't mentioned, sort of like the big topic is Rikki Rockett, the drummer from Poison, actually wrote the foreword to Volume 2. Yes. And so the goal is to try to get like a big name person to write the foreword. And I have to give credit to Angela Artuso for she's the one who suggested Rikki Rockett. And I know, Lauren, you asked me, like, how did you get Rikki Rockett to write the foreword? And I'm like, well, Angela Artuso is the one that should deserve credit. And Angela, so we did kind of go back and forth. Like, so unfortunately, it looks like Rikki Rockett was unable to make tonight's gathering. However, we tried. He's on tour, right? So, Kelly, you were just at his show in Illinois, right? How was it?
Oh, it was fantastic. I dragged my sister-in-law there. I didn't have to drag her. I think she dragged me there. She was so excited. And I was surprised. It was a smaller venue place, but they rocked. They were awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, they're touring with his band Rocket Mafia, and he's also doing a drum clinic.
Oh, nice.
And he's also getting ready to promote his new book called Ghost Notes about his life, so he's got a lot going on. So, he wanted to be here tonight. He said he was going to try, but he couldn't guarantee. But, I'm sure he's keeping busy and doing all his things. So
it's all good.
Power to him. Yeah.
All I got to say is, like, we had no idea he was going to be part of this. And then when I found out and I told Lauren, I think we're in Connecticut. I think they heard her screaming in Georgia.
Well, maybe we can get him to hop on one night. We'll see.
All right. So I both myself and my daughter, Sam, you've met my daughter, Carissa. We both love Poison. That's our favorite band. She's 30, going to be 30. And I took her for her birthday one year to go to, Hairfest at out by us.
It was tribute bands. But one of the tribute bands is Shot of Poison. And they're amazing. But I absolutely love Poison, and my two favorites were always Brett and Rikki.
She's not getting the CDs in her car right now.
I think I've melted it.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, so I thought it was pretty cool to see Rikki's name on the
and I will say, so Rikki, I mean, obviously he's a drummer, and this is like, he's writing books now, which is amazing. But the story is actually really interesting. It's the California, there's a Lady in White story, and he kind of like the whole concept of Haunted Travels. He would ride his motorcycle to different locations and talk about the legend and lore associated with the location. So it's about his journey to this one location in California. I mean, Angela, so do you remember the name of the spot where he had the encounter with the Lady in White? I'm kind of blanking right now.
Yeah, I can't remember the specific spot, but it was a tree. It involved a tree where a woman was hanged, and her spirit is seen at that tree. But he goes on in detail on the day that he ran into that spirit, and a ghost rider actually on another motorcycle. So I mean, it's a pretty cool story. But he's got a lot of stories. I mean, if you go onto YouTube, he has his own YouTube channel of haunted locations, and he goes into the legends and the lore, and they're cool. They're really cool to watch. All of them are fascinating. So. I'm sure his new book is going to be really great. So looking forward to that too. So we get a lot of all these new books coming out. Everything's going to be so great.
Great.
And Angela, how did you meet him? Like, you were like, isn't he
part
part
of
of
family? Yeah, he's part of Tap's family for California. Tap's West Coast.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put your chin up.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Her mouth hit the floor.
No. Yeah. I think that is pretty cool because
that is really cool.
I mean, if you think about it, musicians have been all over.
Great places, bad places. They've experienced it all, both sides, and the history in between.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, he must have some crazy stories.
Yeah, for sure.
Traveling paranormal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, when you were traveling, did you ever? No, you didn't.
Actually, the scariest place I ever been was the bathroom in CBGB's. That was
God, no.
I have been there. And I agree with you.
That place is pretty scary.
Yeah. Well, here's a little something for you. Danny actually signed his name on that wall because he played with his band there.
I did. And now it's in the Rock and Roll
Hall of Fame.
So I can't wait to go there in a couple months and go check it out. Try to find my name.
That'd be interesting. But yeah, he played CBGBs.
But yeah. So I can't imagine like someone who does it for a life. You know, like the places they've seen, the experiences they've had, just the people they've met. I mean, yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the people that we meet along the way. You know.
Yes. Oh, without
so
a doubt.
Imagine in a rock world. My gosh.
Yeah. They go down different rabbit holes.
Yeah.
So here's a question for everybody. We'll go through. Money is no object. You have 1 week. Where would you go? Where would you stay?
Go ahead, Sam.
So money is no object. For me personally, so I just read a book on haunted castles. So probably like I would go like take a tour of all the haunted castles in England and Scotland. But another bucket list location where I really want to spend a lot of time on is the Queen Mary. People always ask me like, what is your one location? And I will say like, there's something about it. So I have weird phobias. And so one of my phobias is being on a boat and like sinking in the boat. Like that's another, like, and so I have this kind of like, I want to go, but I'm also terrified to go too. So it's one of, like, so I would say Queen Mary would be a great location. But if I couldn't do it for whatever reason, haunted castles over in England and Scotland.
Excellent.
Well, I will tell you, I kind of have a little bit of that fear as well.
Yeah.
And I slept like a rock.
Actually, we were there, and all of a sudden we got an alert while we were there that there was an earthquake. But because we were on the ship, we didn't feel it.
We didn't feel it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That would make it even worse if there's like an earthquake on a boat. You know, like that. Yeah, it's like not.
The phone was going off, alerts, like earthquake. Oh my God. I was like, I feel gypped. We didn't feel that. I was like, oh yeah, the water.
Gosh.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so you won't feel it. You don't even know that you're actually on a well, you know you're on a ship, but you don't know, you can't feel that.
Just look out the port side. The dock's right there. It's all
good. I would go, oh my God, there's a tsunami, or like I would have some like something's gonna happen, and like I would be terrified. But I'm glad that you guys survived and wrote a good story about it. It was great.
Yes. How about you, Sue?
Well, if I went to Europe, I would want to go to Pompeii. Just my dad's from Italy, and I've always heard different stories, of spirits emanating from that area. Now they have a lot of it excavated, so it would be interesting to visit. But if I was staying in the U.S., I'd like to go out west. I've always had a fascination with the Winchester Mystery Mansion.
Ooh.
Like, did you go there when you were in California?
We did. Yes, we did.
I definitely would love there.
A lot of people think that she was kind of mad. She was kind of crazy or whatnot. She was
brilliant.
A genius.
She was brilliant.
She holds patents for various things that but they weren't popularized because it was a woman that was doing it.
Right.
She was brilliant.
Yeah, she was brilliant.
Yeah, no, I just would love to I don't know, if you could stay overnight there, that would be a dream.
I would join you.
Yeah.
Because there is stuff going on in there, but
oh yeah.
You saw something.
I wasn't the only one who saw it though. Somebody else did.
Yeah.
So wow. Yeah, that would be my place in the US to go.
Nice. How about you, Angela?
For me, I think I would grab my son and head over to London and try to get into Hever Castle and all the sites for Anne Boleyn.
Oh, wow.
We're both very into that history part. And that would be ideal for me. And even to just see the ravens. I think there's every time he goes to London, he sends me back pictures of all the ravens that are around the castle. Oh, wow. So it's just such a beautiful thing to see. And while in London, maybe, check out all the other, beautiful locations there too for historical spots.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe hop over to Scotland, check out some of those castles. That's my thing, all those historical castles and historical sites.
Yeah. Right. That's where it's at.
Angela, maybe we can go together because it sounds like we wanted to do the same locations.
I know we do that. It's so crazy.
We do that. Because like,
Family road trip.
I'm like, that's exactly what I want to do too. I want to do the Angola.
Here's an idea: Haunted Travels Anthology Travel Agency. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be so wild. Gosh.
All right. How about you,
Jennifer.
Oh, so in the US, I want to go to Tombstone and the Winchester House, but I want to go back to Ireland. I went to Dunluce Castle when I was in college, and that's in ruins, but I really want to go to Leap Castle, which happens to be considered the most haunted castle in Ireland, but also that is where my great-grandfather came from.
Oh, wow.
So it's like a dual trip, like.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
Nice. All right, Kelly.
Okay. I thought of these before Sam said anything. I just want to put that out there. And it's really hard working with people that like have sensitivities and psychic abilities, because I wonder if we just all picked up on everything at the same time. My top bucket list item is the Queen Mary. Mm-hmm. And then my no money worries would be England, Ireland, and Scotland. So I'm not just jumping on the bandwagon with everyone. These are really my picks. Yeah. No, but in Scotland, I'd like to go to Roslin Castle. Ooh. I'm not sure if it's haunted, so it's beautiful.
It's got memories, I'm sure.
Yeah. All right, Danny, how about you?
Oh, geez, you had to turn that on me, huh? For me, I've always wanted to go, for some reason, to the Superstition Mountains.
Oh, yeah, that's
out
right.
west. I mean, the name says it all. I mean, what's out there, and the stories and the legends, and the Native Americans and the gold mines, which cause people to kill each other, and all this crazy stuff, and just to learn about it and just hopefully not die out there.
Mm-hmm. And I could probably tell you exactly what his not in the United States one would be.
Okay, what guess? Let's see if you're even close.
Oh, it's the Suicide Forest.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Out in Japan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what about you, Lauren?
Well, let's see. If it was no money, no, whatever. I definitely want to go to Transylvania. That's a huge one.
Yes.
But my weird obsession. You would think that I would say Abraham Lincoln. That would be a really good one. But where I want to go is I want to go to Graceland. I want to invest in
Graceland. I did not expect that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I could have gone to Graceland when I was in Memphis, but I didn't want to go because they were charging $100.
What?
We're waiting for a plane. So we ended up going to Sun Studio, though, where Elvis recorded his album. So that was well worth it. But
that's really
next time I would definitely go to Graceland.
We're paying the money. We're going. Just saying.
You can drive there. It's not that far.
Yeah.
No, it's not that far at all.
We're in New England. Nothing's far.
No.
Road trip.
All right. Road trip. I hear it. I heard it. Road trip. Let's do it. So Danny and I have a question that we ask at the end of our podcast. So I'm going to ask you guys.
Actually, before we end the podcast, let's go one more little thing here. I want to talk about the Halloween ball that is coming up, and it has to do with the books as well. The book,
Yes. So speaking of haunted castles, so we're doing a Halloween ball, Haunted Travels Halloween Ball on October 30th at Wilson Castle. Wilson Castle, by the way, is a major player in my upcoming book, Haunted Castles of New England, which is coming out August 4th. But the ball, the Haunted Travels Halloween Ball. Dress up is encouraged. Pretty much everyone here has signed up for it, and then it's almost sold out, actually. So
awesome!
If you're thinking about going, get your tickets now because they're not going to be there much longer.
No.
Yeah, get your tickets, and definitely it's going to be fun. I'm still kind of hashing out like what we're going to do, but we are going to have a lecture to kick it off. But we all did Skiing Manor last year, and that quote Angela Archer, so I know how to throw one hell of a party. Pretty much like everything I do, it turns in. I mean, it was fun. It was just
it was
crazy. It's fun and haunted.
Very stressful.
Sam is one of the reasons I'm losing my skepticism when it comes to.
Thank you, Sam.
Yes, because I've always been skeptical. I've always been the scientific person. I believe in the paranormal, but I've always been trying to scientific.
You guys heard it.
Yes, I do. I believe anything is possible. But every time we go somewhere, we go to one of Sam's events, go to one of Sam's parties and stuff like that, something happens that I cannot explain, that science cannot explain, or maybe I'm just too stupid to explain it scientifically. But it's amazing, and it's all, and we document it. But it's like, so. Get your tickets while you can.
Oh, yeah.
The castle is an amazing place.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, are people allowed to stay overnight at this? Is it just an event?
Yeah, so
okay.
The only caveat to that, guys, is it's going to be cold, depending on the weather. So yes, if you purchase a ticket, you can stay there the overnight. Just bring blankets because it could potentially get cool. I have stayed there in October. So it is doable. There's no heating, so just be warm.
Yeah,
but yes, you can stay if you want to.
Nothing like sitting out there on the veranda like 4 o'clock in the morning and watching the sun come up. It is amazing there. I mean,
sure, we'll go with that.
So now, Lauren, since we'll wrap this up, we always have a question we ask at the end of the show.
Okay,
and we'll go around the room.
All right. So you're on death row.
Oh,
we went morbid. Sorry. You're on death row. What is your last meal?
Oh, I should have been prepared for this.
As of today, what's your
it's called grits a yaya. So it's basically this dish that I grew up with. It's with shrimp and grits, and it's so good. It's like my favorite dish of all time. So I would say shrimp and grits.
I've never heard of that. That's awesome.
My mom would love that.
Yeah. What's it called again?
It's like shrimp or grits a yaya, or it's like basically like shrimp and grits.
Cool. Yeah. That's amazing.
Okay.
All right, Sue.
Sure. Yeah.
So I know I would definitely have an American Chinese poo-poo platter because I'm allergic to soy. So I would just feast up and then they could execute me afterwards.
Wow. Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Wow. Timing is right. Timing is right.
All right. Angela.
I would probably have stuffed lobster tails with crab meat.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good too.
How about you, Jen?
Okay. Liver and onions.
My mom would love you.
I love liver. I love it so much. I love liver pate. I love foie gras. I love it all. And I'm the weird kid who would eat the liver and onions and ask my mom to make that for me. So
okay. Hey.
Like I said, my mom would love you.
And Kelly.
I would probably go local and get a Chicago style Italian beef sandwich with sweet peppers. Maybe fries on the side. Yeah. Kind of boring, but they're good.
No, that sounds good.
No, that sounds good. Well, Danny, how about you?
As of today, I would say
water. Sorry.
Water.
Danny's on what day now? We on 30 something?
30 something of night.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Not again.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Not again.
Yeah, I'm doing it again, 30 something days, but this time I'm doing brainwave frequencies. I'm trying to do all these crazy experiments on myself. But anyways, as of today, I would do New England clam chowder and clam cakes.
Ooh, that sounds good.
That sounds really good right now.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what you would go for.
It would be different tomorrow, but today.
Okay.
How about you?
Everything sounded really good except for the liver and onions.
I would probably go with a full sugar.
Oh, she's diabetic.
So I would probably go full sugar and eat all the candy in the world. Regular ice cream, big huge sundae.
Bring it on.
Oh, bring it on. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, cool. Yeah, that sounds like a great bunch of last meals. So tell us, how can people get a hold of this book when it comes out? Or when is it planning on coming out or expected to come out? And how can they get a hold of it?
Yeah, so you go to Amazon, Haunted Travels Anthology Volume 2. The goal is to have it live tomorrow, and you know, as we kind of mentioned earlier in the discussion, that we are having some problems, but it definitely will be available by in June, by hopefully tomorrow, but maybe a little longer depending on production. But you go to Amazon, type in Haunted Travels Anthology Volume 2. Also, all these lovely people in this meeting, the editorial board will have extra copies to sell at events. So I know that I will have copies, but Sue, Angela, Jennifer, Kelly, all will have copies as well.
Right. So conventions, you know, all these places you can go and you'll be able to get them. The really cool thing is at the conventions, sometimes a lot of the authors are there and you can bring them around and have them signed and all that great stuff, which is two things at once. It's awesome.
Yes.
So, and what I would really love is having a copy where every contributor actually signs Haunted Travels. So
that would be amazing.
I will try to, because we have a lot of great contributors, but all over the country. So the goal would be to have at least like one book with all the signatures in it.
Well, I was just telling Lauren earlier, I was like, when it comes out, Rikki Rockett's in it, so we're gonna have to go to one of his shows and see if we can get him to sign it. And she's just fangirling out.
Stop. Yes. Okay.
It's awesome.
We'll talk, Angela.
Well, that's it for tonight. We're glad you guys could all make it here. We had a great time talking with everybody, and it was so informative. And I hope everyone out there listening had a great time as well. And
we'll see you next month.
We'll see you soon. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.